I'm a veterinarian, and if I just got a new puppy, this is what I would feed them. The pet food industry has exploded in recent years, and it's enough to honestly confuse me. There's raw, freeze-dried, kibble, home cooking, and you just brought this perfect little bundle of joy home, and you're like, what the hell am I supposed to feed him? You could go with what the breeder was feeding, or you could find the cheapest food available at Petco, or you could listen to me. Any food that you feed your puppy needs to meet a few requirements. Number one, it needs to be AAFCO certified or meet AAFCO nutritional requirements. AAFCO is the Association of American Feed Control Officials, and they basically set guidelines on important nutrient standards that your dog or cat needs to have in every stage of their life. So every major brand is already going to have AAFCO statements, so you don't really have to worry about Purina, Royal Canin, Blue Buffalo Hills, things like that. But if you're feeding a boutique diet, make sure on the bag there is a little statement that says AAFCO. That way we'll know that the diet is meeting your puppy's nutritional requirements. Number two, and this is similar, your puppy's food needs to be complete and balanced. Again, it will say complete and balanced on the label. This means that you could feed that food and that food alone, and all of your puppy's nutritional requirements will be met. Things like toppers, treats, incentive-y things to get your dog or cat to eat, those are not complete and balanced. And it doesn't mean that we can't feed them, they just can't be the only thing that we're feeding our puppy. Number three, we're going to look for a life stage. Animals, as they move through life, need very different amounts of different kinds of nutrients. Puppies, for example, need a lot of calcium and phosphorus because they're growing those cute little bones. So make sure that whatever diet you're feeding says labeled for growth. Apart from those three hallmarks, there's a couple other things that I usually think about. First, and this might be controversial, I don't feed grain-free. Grain-free diets have been linked to developing cardiac disease later in life. And once you see a dog gasping for air with their heart flapping like a little balloon inside their chest, it's difficult to feed a diet that has a chance of leading there. Number two, although we love our small mom and pop companies, it's important to realize that those large companies inherently have more money, more resources, more power to do research into the nutritional requirements they're meeting for your dog or cat. With that being said, my favorite puppy food is Purina Pro Plan. But if you have specific questions about any diet, you can always ask your vet. And as always, follow for more tips.